If you couldn't get it done after Sandy Hook, why should voters give you another chance?
Because it got done before. I'm the only one up here who's ever beat the NRA. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap. We should challenge students in these schools to have advanced placement programs in these schools. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
We've been through this before with the coronavirus. We've been through this before. We've been through this before with dealing with the viruses that the N1H15, as well as what happened in Africa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everybody else is looking forward to
means to me to have you swear me in today, and I thank you for your trust and confidence. I've got a lot of thanks to give out here.
And when they cut to the President of the United States.
All wrong, but it's up to me. By the way, he gave me permission to touch him. All right?
These union workers that have been working countless hours under the Trump administration, I'd like you to explain how you plan to not only keep us working, but how you intend on getting the union vote when there is a large portion of the union workers that are gun enthusiasts, and you are actively trying to diminish our Second Amendment right and take away our guns.
You're full of shit.
All right, thank you.
No, shush. Shush. I support the Second Amendment. By the way, this guy can change the face of what we're dealing with regard to guns, assault weapons, with regard to dealing with climate change. And I just was warning Amy, if I win, I'm coming for it. We choose unity over division. We choose science over fiction. We choose truth over facts.
Listen, you got to come see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It don't have nothing to do with Trump. It has to do with the fact I want something for my community.
What you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African-American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community.
As also noted, Robert C. Byrd was a parliamentary library, a keeper of the institution of the Senate, and he was the institution itself. But to me, for a lot of us, he was a friend, and he was a mentor, and he was a guide.
I just have one thing to say. Hang on here.
All right. There you go. Dance a little bit, Joe. Come on.
I'll tell you, my man. They pushed through a nomination that is, where the election's already begun and it's never been done before. Over 4 million people have already voted. And what are they doing? Instead of meeting to deal with the needs of the people of Arizona and the rest of the country, what are they doing? They don't have time to do that.